Okay, so video 3. So here's the motor that I showed you earlier. Yeah, here's the motor that I showed you earlier, and now I'm gonna try and explain how I intend controlling it. Well, first of all, I had to find out how it worked. Now, the proper way to do that is you go on the internet and you take the model number and you search, you do a Google search and you look for the specific data sheet for that, for this particular model. Now I did that. I've looked, I don't know, I spent quite a long time searching on Google for this particular model with SP1, and I kept finding 4, 5, even 7, but not this particular one. Yeah, anyway, typical. Yeah, so now stepper motors are fairly complex things. You can see I've opened up one here. Can I have a look at the inside? Yeah, some shiny copper, interesting. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. Now I had to figure out how the coils work together, and this is exactly what I'm going to show you. Now, obviously I didn't find the data sheet, so I had to sort of find that out by trial and error, kind of. Yeah, and what I did is I used this AC/DC adapter, 16 volts only, and if you can see the rating of this, it's about 36 volts, so that's we're in a safe range there. Yeah, and this is what I found out. I found that they're almost the coils inside are almost like on 2 levels, basically. There's the first level. There's the first level, and then there's another level just underneath that one. Underneath is another level of coils, and this is the armature. Okay, now what happens now is these 2 lines are connected together, hence and then what happens is that, so you have this one, that one, and this what I prefer calling ground. So you get these 3 connections here, right? And these are the 3 that you see. This would be the top level, and that would be the bottom one, and you get the 3 of which one of them is ground. In particular, for the top level here, the red one would be ground, and then the red one here would also be ground for this one. I don't know why it's like that. I mean, I see black here, so that should be the black wire should be the ground, but it didn't seem like that when I tested it. Anyway, yeah, so what happens is, yeah, that is on ground, and then what I kept doing is I kept changing the positive line of the power supply between that one and that one. And what happens is every time I switched that one, it would turn, and then I would disconnect it from that one and connect it to that one, it would turn another time, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. I mean, the way that I found that the red one was the middle one was really by chance. I mean, I tried different combinations, it didn't work, and seemed to have worked for that particular combination with the red one being the ground. And yeah, so every time I switched it from this one, it would to that one, it would turn, to that one back, it would turn, and so on and so forth. And what I checked, actually, interestingly, is I mean, this is one of the fundamental parts about stepper motors. They turn in degrees. I mean, you can't really see it here, but this one says every turn that it does is about, every step, in fact, is about 7.5 degrees. So yeah, that was that. And then, the bottom level, what I found is that actually it turns it in the opposite direction, whereas the top level would turn it in one direction. I don't know what kind of circuitry they've used to do that, but yeah, that's what I found out. Yeah. Anyway, so I will show you a circuit diagram which I drew to now take advantage of just like controlling the one direction. Here. Okay, here we are. This is what I did. Okay, so the 2 signals that you saw on the FPGA, here they are, X1 and X2, I just named them that. So it's obviously a square wave that comes out of each and every one of them. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2 transistors which will be driven by those two signals, 2 transistors connected to relays, and then finally the stepper motor. So the signals will be switching the 2 transistors on and off, and just kind of I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit. Yeah, so they'll be controlling the relays, switching them on and off, and effectively switching the different connection points of the stepper motor on and off, which then will turn it every time. So every time that's on, turns, that on, turn, that on, turn, and then the idea is it then turns in a yeah, secure form. Anyway, okay, so that was that. Now a few things that I'm sure about, maybe you can, I don't know, suggest something. Is I put that diode there because I thought, I don't know, maybe if you get some kind of feedback from this whole system through ground, I mean, there should be some kind of protective circuitry inside the FPGA, but I'm just thinking that maybe you can blow that up. I don't know. Hope not. Anyway, we'll see. I'm sure it's quite expensive anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's that.